What company business has lost you as a customer? What did they do? Dodge Chrysler will never get another dime of my money. I owned a Dodge Caravan, and it was such a shitty car it ruined the brand for me for life. I'm a Honda guy now. Coco's is a sushi place by my house, but the last time I went there, I ordered my food, which wasn't a lot. And they weren't busy, and I waited like an hour and 15 minutes before they brought my food out to me. Then they didn't even acknowledge the time frame. Oh, guess why? Esso gas stations Royal Dutch Oil, fun think tank to prove that environmental changes isn't a thing, just a conspiracy. VW, own a VW but won't buy again because of poor quality behind the car I drive, too many subtle questionable things. Dieselgate has nothing to do with it. I guess that is it. Not many companies get onto my list, but when they do they stick there. I'd have to say Apple. They lost me back when the 5 came out. They stopped being innovative and just sat back collecting money. Tech-wise they're so far behind everyone else. If I'm gonna pay top dollar, I want the latest tech. My local bait and tackle guy who just started 2 years ago. He knows his shit, so I decided to support him by letting him fix my rod. He ended up taking forever, as in months when the max anywhere else would have been a few weeks. He kept making excuses about why he couldn't get the parts he needed and yada yada. He then charged me $80 despite not having fully finished the job. Meanwhile, any other reputable rod builder in my area would have charged me $40, maybe $50 max. To clarify, 2 of the rod guides needed replacing, and he only replaced 1. I had also asked him to service my reel, which he forgot to do. I guess it's my fault since I should have asked for prices beforehand, but $80 for what he did is completely out of the blue. He also recently called me to let me know that he finally got the missing guide and could fix it for $30, since he was paying $18 for the guide. Guess what? Those guides go for $8. I think I'll take my chances with some a little more professional. Carrabba's Italian. Went there yesterday, drove from Alabama to Georgia thinking about that restaurant. It has always been consistently good. The couple with assorted pork medallions, which both plates arrived raw on inside. While waiting 10-12 minutes for our waitress to show up, the couple are their spinach. The waitress shows up after we had flagged other waitresses down to go and find her. After showing her the uncooked meal, she leaves again to find a manager. Let's call him Manager Mr. Personality, meaning equals the opposite of this moniker. So, he says we will put this back under the broiler. There's blood all in the plate, and it is stone cold, but he rolls off with this plate and returns minutes later with same plate of food. Lays it down and walks away. They cut into it and it was still raw. After working in restaurants for a great number of years, I would have suggested it to be handled like this. 1. Smile while dealing with customer, explaining we will take this and bring you a new plate. 2. Replace the old plate with clean new plate of food. The spinach juice and blood was a bit much. 3. Have the waitress refresh the drinks. 4. Have the waitress bring the bread that was asked for before meal came 20 minutes before. 5. Apologize and explain they intend to make things right. 6. Don't walk off without saying we hope you will give us another chance. Mistakes happen, but we value your business, and on your next visit, here is a 10% discount. Instead, we had an indifferent manager, horrifically rude waitress until the bill came, and then she was sunshine and light uncooked food, twice cold food. I filled drink glasses for all 4 of us. No bread, an absentee waitress for the most part, and an expensive bill to boot. Yeah, my extended family and I will not return. We always do a 27-person party for special occasions, but looking for new location now. Can't take the chance. Verizon. I had a downed Verizon phone line in my backyard. Called them, waited on hold for 15 minutes. They said they'd send somebody out within 24 to 48 hours to fix it. Nobody ever came. Contacted them again. They said the same thing. 24 to 48 hours. Nobody ever came. Waited 2 weeks, and then contacted Verizon services on Twitter. Put in 2 more requests, both of which said they'd send somebody out in 24 to 48 hours, yet nobody ever showed up. So then I cut the line myself, destroying their property, threw it in the garbage where it belongs, and cancelled all of my services with them. Then they charged me a cancellation fee, which I refused to pay. They also asked me to bring their equipment back, even though they dropped it off to begin with, so I told them that they know where their equipment is, and that they can pick it up within 24 to 48 hours, or I'll be tossing it in the garbage. They didn't show up, so I trashed their equipment. Capitalin. In the last 10 years I had about 10 or so cases where someone got a hold of my credit card number and tried to charge my card. American Express, Bank of America, HSBC and Citi were easy to work with and cancelled charges. Capital One was the only one that let a scammer get my money, so I closed the account promptly.